The United States Senate just passed a historic bill that could reshape the entire crypto industry. But here's the twist. While lawmakers are crafting rules for digital dollars, the president's own crypto empire is raising eyebrows across Washington. And the numbers? They're absolutely staggering. So what exactly happened yesterday? The Senate voted 68-30 to pass something called the Genius Act. That stands for Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins. Yeah, they really wanted that acronym to spell genius. This is the first major crypto legislation to ever clear the Senate, and it's all about stablecoins, those digital currencies that are supposed to stay pegged to the dollar. Now, you might be thinking, why should I care about some wonky financial legislation? Well, we're talking about a market worth $232 billion right now. And get this, analysts predict it could double to $400 billion by the end of this year. Some even say it'll hit over $1 trillion by 2035. That's trillion with a T. But here's where things get really interesting. While Congress is writing these rules, President Trump and his family have been building their own crypto empire. And I mean empire. They've got meme coins, NFTs, a DeFi company called World Liberty Financial, and now their own stablecoin called USD1. State Democracy Defenders Action estimates that crypto now makes up about 40% of Trump's net worth. That's roughly $2.9 billion. Let me break down what this Genius Act actually does. It creates two pathways for companies to issue stablecoins. They can either get federal approval or go through state regulators. But here's the key part. These companies have to back their stablecoins one-to-one with real assets like U.S. currency or treasury bills. No funny business, no algorithmic experiments, just real dollars backing digital dollars. The bill also gives stablecoin holders super priority if a company goes bankrupt. Basically, if everything goes south, you get paid first. And it finally clarifies that stablecoins aren't securities or commodities, which solves a massive headache that's been holding the industry back for years. Senator Bill Hagerty, one of the bill's sponsors, called it a strong bipartisan product. And he's right. 18 Democrats crossed the aisle to vote for it, including big names like Cory Booker and Adam Schiff. That's pretty rare these days. But not everyone's celebrating. Senator Elizabeth Warren went on the attack, calling out what she sees as a massive conflict of interest. And she might have a point. Remember that Trump stablecoin I mentioned? USD1 launched back in March through World Liberty Financial. The Trump family owns 60% of that company and gets 75% of the profits. Here's where it gets wild. An Abu Dhabi investment firm called MGX just used $2 billion worth of USD1 to invest in Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange. That deal alone pushed USD1's market cap over $2 billion, making it one of the fastest-growing stablecoins ever. Warren pointed out that a foreign government-backed fund is essentially putting money in the president's pocket while the Senate votes on crypto legislation. The timing is pretty convenient, too. The Genius Act includes a clause that says members of Congress and senior officials can't issue stablecoins while in office. But Trump's USD1 launched before he took office in January. And get this. The latest version of the bill just happened to add support for tokenized treasuries, which is exactly what USD1 might use. Now, USD1 hasn't exactly been a runaway success with regular users. Data from Kaiko shows it's mostly traded on niche decentralized exchanges, not the big platforms where most people buy crypto. Average daily volume is around $14 million, which sounds like a lot until you compare it to giants like Tether, which does billions daily. Donald Trump Jr. went on CNBC and said stablecoins are actually going to save dollar dominance, not hurt it. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent seems to agree. He recently said we could see a $3.7 trillion stablecoin market by 2028 if this legislation passes. The stablecoin market has been growing like crazy. In 2024 alone, it processed $27.6 trillion in transfers. That's more than Visa and MasterCard combined. Companies like Tether are making insane profits. $13 billion last year, with only about 100 employees. For comparison, Cisco needed 90,000 employees to make roughly the same amount. So what happens next? The Genius Act now moves to the House of Representatives. They've got their own stablecoin bill called the Stable Act, so they'll need to figure out which version to pass or merge them somehow. Trump has been pushing hard to get something signed by August. Meanwhile, the SEC has already paused investigations into a dozen crypto companies since Trump took office. Industry insiders are worried that all this presidential crypto activity might actually slow down legitimate policy work. Here's the bottom line. We're watching two massive stories unfold at the same time. On one hand, America is finally getting serious about crypto regulation, which could unlock trillions in economic activity. On the other, we've got unprecedented questions about conflicts of interest at the highest levels of government. This could be the moment that brings crypto fully into the mainstream financial system, or it could be the beginning of a whole new set of problems. What do you think? Is this the breakthrough crypto has been waiting for, or are we heading for trouble? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.